Yellow. Hello, my friend.
Joanna, how are you?
All good, all good. Still reflecting on our last conversation. And and,
Yeah.
and yeah, but I want to keep it going. What do you have?
Well, we talked about two questions, right? We talked about, you know, did I hit my goal or did I end up with a wish list? We talked about what needs to be different next year from this year, and being honest about answering those questions. And I did just have a couple, three questions in addition to those that are worth evaluating and pondering right now.
Yep.
And one of them is, what did I do right? What did I do right this year and celebrate that? What did I do wrong and acknowledge that, learn from that, and stop doing? So that's a question that it seems simple, but if you're not keeping score along the way throughout the year, then you may forget some of the things or take for granted some of the things that you did right and kind of dismiss the things that you did wrong. And then if you dismiss them, you're likely to repeat them. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and this is the thing. I don't know, but as women, we are always conditioned to analyze and see, oh, what did I do wrong? Rather than
Mm,
focusing on the things that I did right. And focusing on the things that I did wrong comes the imposter syndrome, the paralysis analysis, and all the negative self-talk.
yeah.
But focusing on what I did right, and not just to like, hey, yes, good me. No,
But
just
you
to like
got to do
what I
that
did.
too, though.
Oh
I'm not
yeah, but you
saying,
cannot
yeah.
stay there either. You need to, okay, what did I do? See the steps, see where the dots connected, and do more of that. You know,
Hmm.
if you would invest your time in doing more of what you did at a higher level, that focusing on all the whole things that I did wrong, oh my God, how everything would change. For instance, for me, a lesson throughout this year as it's wrapping up, it's be of service to people. Be yourself a resource because the solution for your problems, most of the time, it's being held by someone else.
Yeah. Most of the
Yeah.
time, for sure.
Most of the time, yeah. Other times it's just like it's a different transaction. But there's people that has a solution or what you need in order to keep improving in your business or even in your mindset. So yeah, I can absolutely relate with that subject that you're just tackling right now.
Yeah. Is we need to do it. What did I do right? Celebrate that, capture that so you can do more of it. And sometimes we get bored with doing the same thing, but if the thing is working, you should be doing it more and more and more and more and not get distracted and dismiss the results, right? You should
Yes.
really, somebody told me that 2 days ago. It says, follow results. Forget about how you feel about it. Follow
Mm-hmm.
results. So, okay. So that's the first question. What did I do right? Celebrate those things, do more of it. What did I do wrong? Understand why they were wrong. Understand the lesson. And if you did it wrong and it can be corrected, correct it. If you did it wrong and it shouldn't be done, get rid of it
Move
and
on.
never look
Move
back.
on. Yeah.
Move on, baby. Move on. So that's one that third question, I guess, overall. The next question is, now that I've looked at what I did right and wrong, what should I do more of? Which is similar to what we just talked about. What should I do more of? What should I do less of? And what should I do a little bit different? Right? We discarded the things that don't work. So now we're left with the things that do work or have worked. So what should I put? Where should I put my gasoline in? Which fire should I put
Mm.
my gasoline on? Right?
Yes.
And do less of and do something different. As an example, I think one of the things that we did right is this conversation, this podcast.
Yes, by all means.
I think that it's lots of room for improvement, but
Oh,
this is
yes.
something that we need to do more of.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what I
And
think.
practice makes perfect too. And it worked. And I'm so thankful because you put me out of my comfort zone. You know that I'm the ultimate perfectionist. I want everything to be, high resolution and then you're like, no, Joe, let's just like connect, get online and get it done. period. And I was like, okay, let's go, let's do it. And I would like to believe, and I think also that we got better and better and better with time, because you are what you focus on. If you
Yeah,
focus on the solution and you focus on the things that actually work for you in whatever level it is, what works for you will just get better at it every
I think
single
so.
time. If you decide to focus in the negative, in the things that did not work, guess what's going to happen? More of that.
More of
And that's
that.
not what we
Yeah,
want, my friends. We
absolutely.
want to
And it's
become bigger and better, not bitter.
excellence through frequency. You know,
Yes.
it's you can only read so many books about riding a bicycle. You got to get on the bicycle,
Mm,
and you got to fall and
true.
scrape your knee and get back on it, and you get really good at it. It's anything that's worth doing is worth doing all the time. And so this is one of the things that we, I think we have gotten better. I think we can still get a lot better, and I believe that this is something that we can do more of and do it more efficiently. Remember, we talked about the other day about doing things a little bit better, more efficiently. This is
Yes.
one of the things that can be done more efficiently. And I just want to give you a kind of a sideline. I looked at the analytics this morning. Since October 1st to now, so roughly 60 days,
Yes.
we've had 965 downloads of this podcast.
Wow.
So for some people that ain't jack. For some people that's everything. It doesn't matter. It's 965 downloads, and that's a metric.
Yeah.
So
Versus
this
what? Zero.
versus zero.
Yeah.
So if you fast forward 12 months from today, that number needs to be at least 20,000.
Yes.
At least, because it starts compounding. And the only way that's going to happen is you continue to add value, you do more of it, you get better through that repetition, that volume. And that's what this is one of the things that we need to do more of and do better, get better at doing. So the question was, what should I do more of? This is one of them. What should we be doing less of? And that's different for both of us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And for
Of course.
everybody. And what are the things that we could be doing differently? Get real answers to that question. Super important. So you don't drag the problems from this year or drag the challenges from this year into next year. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Oh, yes, because you can get yourself a better outfit, and you can go and, register yourself at the gym and maybe lose a couple of pounds or whatever the thing it is that you want to make your goals for next year. But if you're still in the same rut, focusing on the things that are not working rather and doing more of what actually works, oh my God, the change is going to be there.
Yeah, 100%. And don't get
Yeah.
bored with the things that work. Don't get mad at your money, right? Don't get mad at your money.
Also, do not take advice from people that are not building or they're not improving themselves. They're not going to help you. The only
Yeah.
person that can help you is yourself.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yes.
So that's another question that we need to ponder, right? And one last one for today is, I think, one of the most important questions that we need to ask ourselves ongoing, but definitely this time of the year, is who do I need? Who do I need to connect with? Who do I need to meet? Who do I need to collaborate with? Who do I need to partner with? Who do I need to speak to and reach out to? Who is more important than what? Who is more important than how? Everything that is anything big of significance was built by a team, not a single person. So to me, this is the most important question to get real answers today. Who do I need right now? And who do I need for the next 12, 13 months? Take inventory. Who's around you? Who should be around you? And who should not be around you as much? So just like we take inventory of our clients, we take inventory of our skills, we take inventory of our marketing, we take inventory of our inventory. If you have physical product, we need to take inventory of the people around us and be very intentional about developing those targets of who do I need to meet, who do I need to connect with, who do I need to collaborate with. So have you been doing that, Joanna?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna put
man,
you
you
on Front
know I
Street.
had. You know I've had. You know very well I've had.
That's why
I'll
I asked
tell
the question.
yeah, you knew you were touching like a there.
Yeah,
Yes, because I'll tell you, the people that I started with this year is not the people that I'm ending with. I'm telling you that. And it's nothing against anyone. It's just that sometimes you need to release people with love because they can no longer take you furthermore in your journey. It doesn't mean that you are being dismissive. No, it just means that I'm exploring other avenues, and maybe our collaboration was okay until then, but the moment that it starts to drain and take you away from the vision that it only has to make sense to yourself, then you have to move on. You have to move on. And like I said, no resentment. It's just that you cannot connect yourself with other type of energy, especially if you are working with people, because I believe at the end of the day we're all in the business of people business.
I think so
So
too.
it's, yes, it's important. Who are you being surrounded with? They're going to be able to propel you. They're going to able to uplift you. I'm going to be able to let you know when you're not doing probably the smartest decisions, because that's also important. You don't want to have cheerleaders around you all the time. No, you also need to have people that are going to tell you, hey, take a good look at this, examine it, and, you might like to explore another option
Mhm.
in the most kind way, of course, kind way, not just in a combative way, because that doesn't help anyone, but in a way of like, hey, let's figure it out. How can we make this better? Those are the kind of people that you need in your team.
Yeah, and people who are in the growth mode, at least for us, right? We're not in the coasting mode. We're in the growth mode, the building mode.
Not in the commiserating mode and in the sugar
Right,
coating mode. Yeah,
right.
man, I'll get you a dessert. But I cannot get sugarcoat anything for you.
100%. So people add to your lives or they take from your life. They add to your energy or you take from your energy. So there's nobody neutral. So every so often, I actually do it all the time. This is not something that I do on a schedule. I just do it all the time. Is who am I around with? Who am I around? This is something that somebody else taught me a long time ago. Who's around you? What are they doing to you? And is it okay? And that's very, I guess, pragmatic, very black and white to say, who's around you? Okay, these people are around me. Good. What are they doing to you? Well, this person is adding. This person is kind of not adding. So if they're not adding, they're taking, because they're taking your attention, right?
Correct.
And these people are just detrimental to my growth. They're stunting my
Correct.
growth. So, and be honest with that. And doesn't mean that you disassociate completely necessarily, but it means that you limit those interactions, you limit those associations, and you replace them with others. And everybody should be doing this. This is not about I'm better than you or she's better than me. It's not about that. It's about in this time, in this space, in this moment, this works until it doesn't. And so this is a super, super important question that needs to be answered right now. Who do I need? Who do I need?
Amen.
And who do I not
Preach,
need?
brother.
Yeah.
Preach, brother.
So I know you've gone through several iterations of that this year. I've gone through some iterations of that as well. But what I would add is that we both need to be more intentional about what does that board of directors look like. If you're sitting in your conference room and there are 6 chairs and you're in one of those chairs, there are 5 empty seats. Who do you want on those seats? And for what reason? And then once you realize that the talent and the characteristics of the people that you want in that real estate around you, those 5 chairs, you got to give it a name. Give it a name, because you know somebody already like that. And if you don't, then that becomes your target, right? I need to find that person. And the people who you do know can connect you with a person that will fill that seat. So we have to be that intentional, drag granular, because it's that important. It affects everything else. Who's around you affects you and everything else about your life, your day-to-day, and certainly your business.
Preach, man.
So are you prepared to do that? I'm going to put you on.
I'm already on it, by the way. Yes. I did the housekeeping in this last 2 months, where I assembled my board of directors. I love that analogy, where, okay, this is it. And also it creates a way to protect each other. Because when you are starting to operate at a different level, there's more of that people wanting to see and what you've got. You know, it helps you to protect each other. And I love that. Yeah. I think that's the season. Yeah.
So that's the important question. So just to recap the 5 questions, and there are more, but we're just going to hit 5. Did I get the goal, or did I end up with a wish list? That's the first one. The second one's, what needs to be different next year from what happened this year? What activities need to be different, etc. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What do I need to do more of, less of, or do something a little bit different of the things that worked? And who do I need? Who do I need around me? Who do you need to develop some distance from? And who you need to get closer to?
Correct.
And remember, that's a two-way street. So if you want people of high value, you need to be of high value to them as well.
Yes.
So those are the 5 things that we need to carve out some quiet time and be honest with ourselves with those answers. And it's work. It's simple, but it's not easy to do. But it's worth doing it, and it needs to be done. So that's what I have today. Do you have anything else that you wanted to add, Joanna? I know we're a little bit short on time.
Always, you've executed to perfection.
Perfection schlock. All right, fantastic. Well, listen. I want to remind everyone that we appreciate them. We appreciate our audience. And that we have an amazing offer for the official recording of the Business Bootcamp that we put together, that we produced earlier this year. Is fantastic. Almost 4 hours of content around money, marketing, and sales. And the reason that we're offering an amazing, like 81% discount of the regular store price is that this is the kind of information that's going to help everyone set their targets the right way, set their goals the right way, get their mind right about money the right way right now, so they can put together a workable business plan for next year, something that they can execute on. Set the targets, set the goals the right way, and set the plan the right way so you can stay engaged with your business. Even when you get bored, you don't quit, you just rest, recharge, and come back to it. You don't stay quit. So don't do like the other 99.99% of the population that sets resolutions and they quit on them and they never look back. Set your right goals with the right targets to get you excited, get you committed, keep you committed. And I promise you that the results for next year will be a lot better and will blow your mind compared to what you've been able to do this year, regardless of what you did this year. This business boot camp is going to help you. The content, when you take the information and execute on the information, it's going to help you play to your potential versus some arbitrary quota or fake number, sandbagging number. Like, I want to do 10% better than this year. That's horseshit. I'm sorry. You need to play to your potential, and it's not 10%. So hit the link in the bio. You'll see the information. Hit the link in the bio, first tab or first button. Click on that. You get all the information, and you can get an amazing, did I mention amazing deal on this business bootcamp?
Yes.
All right, Joanna, good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend. Stay tuned. Don't be a stranger.